MAisha ya Ndoa.
Welcome back. We are thankful that you're part of this program. And we have Karanja Boychild, who is an ambassador of the Boychild in this society, together with us on set. We want to engage you more, and I've got a few questions right here. Kindly help us understand. When you're parenting, probably 10 children, one of our guests said that there were 10 in their family, 7 boys, 3 girls. How do you do it right? That's a huge quorum to manage.
Right, we'll go back to the setups, the family setups of yesteryears, where we would say, yes, we have negatives and positives. When our mothers were not career mothers, they were able to take care of the 10 or even more. There are some who had 12, 13, 14. I would give an example of John Wesley and Charles. Those are people who were there in the 15th century or so. And you realize that the mother raised them. They were 17, but she was a housewife. Because we have to look at, we look at a career woman and a housewife, and the kind of a family this housewife is able to bring up, and the kind of a family that this career woman is able to bring up.
Are you discouraging the career women from probably having 10 children?
I'm only saying, let us look at what they are able to bring out. We compare yesterday's families and today's families. Try to 10 today, and then you have a hell of a time in the house. So we are looking at that. That yesterday we had, housewives. What did they give the society? Today we have career women. What are they giving the society? So even if we would want them to go to career, again, we have to ask ourselves questions. I don't want to be controversial, but I want us to look at that.
Then how do you walk through? You're a career woman. You want to have a huge family like I do, and still in career. Then how do you walk through? Do you take time with the child? Do you create time? How do you walk through?
You definitely must create time. If you are going to have a family and a stable family and stable children, you must create time.
You must create time.
You must. That is, there are no two ways about it. You must create time for these children. If you don't do, then somebody else is going to be molding them in a different format completely.
Okay, and let's talk about the girl child and how the boy child are brought up. The girl child is given earlier curfews compared to the boy child, and the girl child is told at this particular time we should be at home. The boy child will sleep in at 9, 10 a.m. and no one will bother. But at the end of the day, that is the time he gets involved with the wrong company.
Yeah, I would want to say that parents think that if my girl comes late, there's a possibility of pregnancy. There's a possibility of, if they're young, there's going to be either rape or defilement. They don't want to see the dangers that are also associated with boys not being censored. That also this boy can be, we actually have heard of boys having been sodomized. And I want to give an example, because there are lots of examples that we actually have interacted. And well, at that, I would cite an example where somebody asked me, have you heard about this, that men are having to go home early to avoid being sodomized by other men? Yeah. So if parents would look at the boy child, not the boy child of yesterday, but the boy child of today, and the challenges and the new trends that are there in the world today, because they're assuming, there are a lot of assumptions that, yes, we need to secure our girls, they are more vulnerable. But I would say that also boys are actually becoming even more vulnerable, because this boy can be lured by a girl, actually, because our girls are now becoming so brave. Yeah, they are luring our boys. And then at the end of the day, you find these boys getting themselves into Boston homes, or they're getting into Boston homes after a child, they're taken to a police station that, yes, this boy has defiled a girl. Even if this girl said, I am the one who went and I really wanted this young man. I am the one who talked to this young man. I also suggested that we can go ahead and have sex. Our boys are getting into Boston homes. If, again, we don't take care of them, they also either get into gangs or get into groups where they are trained on how to take drugs. And then you realize that now you don't have a child.
And do we have then a conclusion that most of the issues that our boy children are suffering from are daddy issues? Daddy wasn't around. Daddy didn't play his role right. Yes.
Yeah, I would say yes. And when we are trying to talk to parents, and also these children also listening and also watching, I would say, if as a father, I know whom I am. So I know the kind of a seed that I transferred, and that I can actually see myself in that child. So if I'm not present and I had issues while I was growing up, then it means that if for my case something was corrected and on my son or my daughter nothing is corrected, then what do we expect to see at the end? Yeah? In Swahili would say udongo upatilize ule maji. Kwa hivyo kama baba hatapatikana na udongo bali sasa umekuwa mgumu, hauwezi kukunjwa. Kama mti hautakunjwa ukiwa mchanga, basi utakuwa tumepoteza. And that is where we actually coming in, that we would say that fathers need to be present at that time when these sons need them, because the mothers have bonded with the child during pregnancy, during suckling, and at a certain point this young man needs to see the father there. And you realize that so many men will tell you that at a certain age, I wanted to know where my father is. I wanted to be told, where are my roots? Where did I come from? Because by getting to know where you came from, you actually get to understand yourself. But so many of our young men, well, the fathers are not there and the mothers are not willing to disclose. Then we actually lose. We have missed the mark.
And create myths. Your dad was swallowed by a shark. Your dad was hit by a train. Your dad was, you know, so that you don't get asked questions. So it's a high time we sat down our children, even if you're a single mother, and be honest and say, this is the story. Probably not revealing all details, unnecessary details, but just talk to your child.
I would want to say it is important. You actually went into that kind of a relationship. As your child, I need to know where my dad is. Show me with a photo. Let me know where my father was born and which family. Then if I need to go meet him, I will. But do not deny a child that right. Yes.
Oh, kwa maisha ya ndoa.